Hi, I'm Ryan Hamilton. Today I'm going to talk to you about a problem facing every high school in America. But first I need to ask you a personal question. Have you ever wanted to run faster or be stronger? Have you ever wished you could jump higher? Have you ever wished you could be a better swimmer? No. Or have you ever wanted to be more popular? If you said yes to any of these questions, congratulations, you're a normal teenager. But the real question is, what would you do to get there? Would you be willing to take a stupid risk? Would you be willing to do something illegal? Would you be willing to cause your body long-lasting and perhaps permanent damage? It just so happens that our topic for today, steroid use, can do all of the above. So we've all heard of them. They're talked about in the news and joked about in the locker room, but what are steroids? Well, let's start at the beginning. Anabolic androgenic steroids, the type of steroids illegally used to gain muscle, were first discovered in the 1930s. Initially, they were touted as a wonder drug, a modern marvel of medicine. That was, however, until studies began showing the side effects. You see, steroids are a synthetic form of hormones that your body naturally produces. But even more important to a growing teenager, they affect the reproductive system. These hormones, called testosterone and estrogen, are what give males, well, male characteristics, and females, you guessed it, female characteristics. We'll get back to that in a second. But the thing about steroids is this: they can not only affect you physically, but emotionally as well. You heard right. Steroids don't just affect muscle, they can affect the mind. Let's take a look, shall we? Now, it shouldn't come as any big surprise, but the teenage brain is a complicated place. Hormones, emotions, stress, they all fight for space up here. That's why introducing a potent drug like steroids can play havoc on your mind. Using steroids can cause a wide range of emotions. Steroids can cause depression, anxiety, and even worse, a little something you may have heard of, roid rage.
Roid rage active.
Uh-oh, gotta go. You've probably heard of roid rage. With its sudden bursts of uncontrollable anger, it can cause a normal teen to experience wild, uncharacteristic mood swings. However, roid rage doesn't just affect the user. Roid rage can be devastating to relationships with family and friends as well.
Will you just get out of the way?
I can't get out of the way. I'm your mother. I care
Oh,
about
I'm sick of listening to you. Will you
Please,
just shut
let
up?
me help. You're
No!
not even acting like
I hate
yourself.
you!
It's tragic, but steroids just don't care.
Because we have this incredible emphasis on body beautiful, they feel that they're going to put their brain at risk for the short benefit of the body. Sometimes what happens is the mood becomes more aggressive. Depression is another issue. Now, the person may be depressed to begin with, and that's why they feel they have to take some pill, some cheat. But it also can increase depression. And it's really unfortunate when you have beautiful young women who have to have that sort of boost and forgetting who they really are inside and out.
So okay, steroids affect your personality, but what everyone really wants to know is what are the physical effects? Well, let's start with a doozy. Remember how I told you that steroids are the artificial version of hormones your body naturally produces? Well, what if I told you your body is like a factory? A factory with certain parts that efficiently and accurately produce the hormones you need. Using steroids is like opening a rival factory that produces the same thing quicker and cheaper. What's going to happen over time? You guessed it, your factory goes out of business. So while steroids can make muscles bigger, at the same time they can stunt, if not reverse, the growth of sexual organs. This means different things for men and women. Women begin taking on male characteristics like thick facial and body hair, or smaller breasts. Men? Well, we do the opposite. Men begin growing breasts. It's called gynecomastia, and they suffer from testicular atrophy. It's just as bad as it sounds. And check this out. All these physical effects, they can be permanent. Let's hear from a doctor and see what they have to say.
We use steroids in the clinical setting, but they are class 3 drugs in the DEA classification, and so they can only legally be obtained with a prescription. And they have a lot of bad side effects in addition to their good effects. In girls, we can see deepening of the voice due to thickening of the vocal cords, a more male body habitus, including clitoromegaly and acne and increased facial hair. In men, they cause gonadal atrophy, so testicular atrophy. They do increase lean mass, they cause acne, and they have the emotional side effects that can go along with that. Men can also develop gynecomastia. Gynecomastia is man boobs. The steroids are broken down by an enzyme called aromatase, and they actually result in increased estrogen production. There's an increased risk of infertility. There's an increased risk of liver disease, particularly with oral steroids. And people who take injectable steroids then share all of the risks that are associated with sharing needles. Steroids can increase your risk of cancer, particularly liver cancer. They can cause liver disease. They can make men seem more like women and women seem more like men with regard to their secondary sexual characteristics. They can cause acne. They can cause hair growth in places that you wouldn't like to have hair growth. They do increase lean body mass, but it comes at a price.
So now we've heard about the emotional and physical side effects. But wait, there's more. Another issue that many who use the drug never think about is that, like with any illegal drug, what you think may be steroids could be tainted with something more dangerous and deadly. Sometimes what you get aren't steroids at all, but something far worse. With steroids, what you see isn't necessarily what you get. So what do? Do you weigh the risk? Do you take them only when you need them? We all want to be popular. We all want to be better at the things we love. But steroids are not the way to get there. Dangerous, unpredictable, and potentially life-threatening. The more you know about this powerful drug, the easier it is to resist it. Sure, getting stronger, faster, and healthier is hard work. But you know what? You are worth it.